Hey everyone, it's me, Miss Kelly, here to do a review on the first episode of this season's This Is Us, as per Vlogtober. I was going to review it anyways, but we'll throw it into Vlogtober since a lot of shows are coming back in end of September, beginning of October. So a great way to kick off the season of Vlogtober is to throw a review of this week's episode. It's been some time since we caught up with the cast and the show. When we left off last season, Randall and his wife were kind of like not in good place because he took the job as a congressman, and Kate and Toby, they had the baby, and he was in the NICU. And then we left off with Kevin, who was suffering from a alcohol addiction. So this season, when we start out, we see some new characters, which is awesome. We didn't cut right into, what was going on when we left off, but we were introduced to 3 new characters. This may end up being a spoiler alert, so if you didn't watch last week's episode, you may want to turn the video off now, or don't. It's fine, I'd prefer the views, but in all fairness, I am going to talk about this week's episode. So we were introduced to 3 new characters, which ended up being tied to the current characters one way or another. First off the bat, Rebecca and Jack, we learn about, how her family wasn't really into him because, they wanted more for her. Which I love that more about this couple is that, the family wanted more for her and he fought for her and won her in the end. And then again, like I said, we meet 3 new characters. There's a young man who, is a young dad, and, he's trying to look for more opportunities for his daughter. And unfortunately, he's, conflicted with the idea of, street jobs over real jobs, because street jobs pay more than a regular job in his eyes, and he wants more for his daughter. We see that he will be tied to Deja later in maybe future episodes because he's into her. So I guess we'll see what happens there. And then we have another woman who is a veteran, who is dealing with PTSD issues. She comes back with alcohol issues. She slaps her son in the face. When she was at war, unfortunately, she was, part of, something that was really difficult. And, but we learned that she is going to be, involved with Uncle Mickey, who was Jack's brother that, Kate, Randall, and Kevin found out about, last season. And then lastly, there is a man who is blind. He's going through the troubles of being blind, and he's a musician as well. And again, this is going to be a spoiler alert. At the end of the episode, we find out that is Jack in later years. So they will be touching on that in this season. I'm guessing that he's unfortunately going to be permanently blind, and we'll see that throughout the season. Him as a baby, maybe, as well as an adult. Which is really great. Looking forward to that. I think it was a great opening to the season. I like the fact that they brought in 3 new characters. That's awesome, which means that there's more to the story to go along. The only thing that I'm concerned about that is, like, sometimes shows will drag it out, but I don't think this is really dragging it out. This is just adding more to it, and we'll see how it goes. I know some people were rather confused about those 3 characters, but if you watch the episode in full and pay quite attention, you'll see that these 3 characters will line up in the story at some point. Like I said, the one kid, he's involved with Deja. The woman, she's involved with Uncle Mickey. And we see Jack in the future, which is very exciting to see. So it's a great start to the season to me. Maybe it's not your cup of tea. You know, some people I've spoken to were lost after last season. They thought it was too long, or, you know, they really dragged out Jack's story. I don't know. I think the show is really great. I think it's right on track. I can't wait to see what else comes of it. And tomorrow we'll be doing a review on the first episode of the Shane Dawson series. So make sure you smash that like and ring my bell. Ring my bell for more shenanigans coming your way. Thank you for stopping by, and remember, kindness is free, so spread that.